welcome to clear all that. Now you can see why I had it in the first place. To Runescape Tales of Pride, Episode 1. Yeah, so this is considered a mini-event, not a mini-quest, unfortunately. I'm surprised it's not a quest. But, yeah, I'm not using a guide for this, so... Hello, Cookling. I wonder if I could contribute for some assistance. Seems to be the problem. Oh, not really a problem, but a helping hand would be most welcome. Now I'm a collector of stories, snapshots of life, if you will. I'm always seeking to enrich my collection of tales, or the no richer tales than those of people and of love. Some are as a way of giving voice to expressions of love in the myriad forms it may take. I have a book containing directions, vague ones I admit, relating to stories of love as uniquely beautiful as those who experience them. Maybe we could explore the world and see if we could find all these stories. It could be that there are journals that have been left laying around, or perhaps just snapshots of conversations, tiny moments of history that mean so much to those involved. If you can find them, I'd be very grateful. Would you be interested in helping? Sure, I'll help. I'm totally grateful. Here, let me give you this. As you discover stories, this book will collect them. You'll be able to read any stories out here, and you discover conversations again just by reading it. Any clues about any stories you might not have discovered yet. Outside of a volcano lair would probably be up here. The Junka are a gregarious sort. The numbers are low, yet the spirits high. They love to talk, chatter, and mingle with one another. Indeed, with all who cross their path, I confess I find it baffling. Just through all these interactions, from how one should take tea in the morning, through to the difference in saying goodbye to a relative compared to saying goodbye to a friend. While the rituals, none of which I can begin to fathom, them seem quite so alien to me as their surrounding courtship, and stand the appeal of attaching one's existence to that of another. I was stitching together feelings and thoughts as though one's own are insufficient. What is the point? I feel no desire to share my innermost self with others, at least no more than necessary. What I think, and I mean what I say, I need no validation from another. Yet the hoops that these young yellow Junka must leap through, either these romantic parents must be the greatest of prizes, and they seek them with such an all-consuming zeal that it must be the utmost importance to them. Fairly simple. One gentleman brings a gift of some kind to the object of their affection. Having symbol, normally food they have prepared themselves. They're intended to either accept the gifts, a signal that they're willing to advance the ritual to the next stage, or they politely or impolite in some cases refuse the gesture, and the gift giver leaves the situation, lays a misery and embarrassment. Once the gift has been accepted, it follows to the recipient to begin the next stage of the ritual. There must be a surprise of some kind for the little Junka, something to elicit genuine shock. The symbol is leaping out from the bushes, screaming at them, or it could be something altogether more subtle. And it appears to be dependent on the length of the intended relationship. Others sufficiently surprised, and the two of them or more, who I see multiple partner rituals are far greater. The next stage of the ritual, this stage involves walking together in the night sky. On Aya, this would be in the light of the three moons, when a guild and a ritual seem tent with the starlight. Where? Vicendis. Who's Vicendis, actually? Because this seems to be modern? It doesn't have to be, actually. It could be Zerosian. Vicendis. Apparently he's a... Oh, it's Kerpek's son. Okay. So yeah, this would be modern. Yeah, it doesn't have to be, but it almost certainly is. And seem connected with the starlight beneath the night sky. They are forbidden from keeping secrets and engage in a strange game where one may ask a question of another. That question must be answered truthfully. In exchange, a question may then ask a question of their own that must all be answered truthfully. When comfortable with answering a question, the ritual is drawn to an immediate close, and the ritualists depart each other's company. In a competition where those involved strive to bear their souls to one another with ever-increasing intimacy. So I guess canonically, this happens after Extinction, then? Actually, the content of the questions varies depending on the desired complexity of the bond. There are varying levels of companionship, ranging from desired betrothal through to simple agreed flirtation. Even I have been receiving gifts from one of the more, shall we call them, adventurous Ilijanka, and they feel our two species are incompatible. One brought me a particularly rare flower that I happen to need for my experience. Lighted, as I believe it may be the key to a breakthrough in unraveling Ilijankan condition. This is considered the perfect gift by said adventurous Ilijanka. Occurred to me at the time, and now I found myself in an awkward situation of having to turn them down after the fact. They do this themselves into another. Everything better brings me to exhaustion. In their defense, my studies into the mating rituals of the other races me feeling similarly fatigued. Hera is right with his method of producing offspring. It's certainly simpler. So Vicendis is a clone of Kerpek. Long after a heart is broken with grief, at the highest point rests the last words of a good man. I don't know what, love lingers long after a heart is broken by grief. Okay, so much for not using a guide. I'm too stupid. Runescape. Love letter. This is not. Tales of Pride. Just tell me what I need to do. Top of Armadale. Right, that makes sense. Yeah, this one's gonna be sad, because, he's not here anymore. Uh-oh. Oh yeah, and of course he's not here. He's in, Siniston. To my beloved, I've been thinking about you a lot recently. I haven't seen you in a while, so I thought I'd write you a letter. I know you must be busy with many inscrutable things at God's seal, but I miss you. And it's going well in your absence, so in fairness, that's probably why. You never did have the green thumb, more of a toxic claw. Never known someone so amazingly skilled at accidentally killing plants in you. Someone could be chosen by the spirits and you as awful plants as you, or I'll never understand. O Lord of the flock, blight of begonias. Still, despite its bountiful growth, the garden is not the same without you, and never is. I remember when we first built this little house, I remember neighbors confused at why the mighty Armadillo was building a little hut to live with a pudgy farmer. Worse, to live with one of the... Bogdan, I know you enjoyed the shocked face as much as I did. There were plenty of laughter at this silliness, but there was always that dark twinkle of malicious mischief that I love in you. But you can't hide it from me, don't worry, I won't tell anyone. Remember when we finally finished building this house and we both just collapsed on the carpet as though we could or would never move again? Could have used your powers to build in an instant without the physical strain, but you chose not to. We built it together with our own sweat and tears, and it was worth it. This place will last our whole lives together. It's a good home and one that's sorely missing you. You know, you talk about your old home a lot, about your children. You always get this little smile on your face when you do. It makes me happy to see you, so... happy thinking about them, as you recount the stories that Roth used to tell. As you speak about the mysteries she unraveled and the puzzles she created for you. Mischief in your eyes as you talk about Tepras and his jokes. Pride in your face as you talk about him becoming a tribal leader, and yes, the sorrow and anger as you remember his murder. Excellent father, it's in your blood. You care so deeply, love so strongly, and share that love so readily with your family. You should be a father again. I thought we might talk about whether we could adopt. I know this is a bigger question than is worthy of a letter. We should talk about it in person, but I wanted to see the idea with you now. This war, there are many eggs that will hatch to parents lost in battle. We could take them in and raise them as our own. You could teach them about justice, truth, and diplomacy. Teach them all the stuff you're terrible at, such as gardening, dancing, and cooking. Practical, really. How did I get roped into this marriage again? Oh yes, it was because I fell in love with a big goofy bird who can't dance and thought no one was watching when he tried. I saw you, I always see you. Anyways, I won't keep you. I just wanted you to know that I miss you and that I love you. The house is empty without you, but it's here and waiting for you when you can return to me. We're going to dance with the stars again, and I have invested in some sturdy footwear to protect my feet from yours. Proud of the heavens and yet all the grace of a stone. I miss you. Come back to me soon. Always yours, Obi. Okay, Family Matters, Stolen Hearts. Thief's Heart. Look, my immediate thought is Ozan, but I seriously doubt it's Ozan. Could be Ozan, I guess. Okay, they are Heartstealer. It seems to be like slightly weird items. No. Do I have to talk to them? You want to do, Annie? I'm not sure. Part of me wants to tear it up, throw it in the lum, and forget about this whole ordeal. Well, quickly, always good to see you, mate. Everything alright? Nothing to worry about at all. It's just, it's fine, Kay. I don't mind telling them. See a letter from my father today. He wants to visit us later this month. My mother will be as well, if she can bring herself to come. I've always been an embarrassment to her. You don't want to see them? It's complicated. I mentioned it back when you helped us cure those pilfered eggs, but I'm the eldest child of a noble family in Varrock. Yeah, no, I have not done Heartstealer ever. When the parents were strained, we'd be putting it very lightly. Never saw eye, and when my mother tried to pressure me into marrying Lord Clutterbuck, that was the final straw. Lord Clutterbuck. Trust me, his name is the most entertaining thing about him. Besides being, well, very much not my type, he's the dullest person I've ever met. He likes his tea with milk and 2 sugars. He wears a tan shirt and green trousers. So your hobby is reading. That one doesn't sound so bad. Exclusively non-fiction. Oh, yeah. What she really wanted was a bad girl. I love you, dear, but I'd hardly describe you as a bad girl. Certainly never a dull moment with you, though. What happened to Lord Buttercluck? I couldn't go through the marriage no matter how much my parents wanted it. One day I caught an adorable thief robbing the family vault, not much older than myself. And then here we are. I thought they must have been worrying about me all these years, but according to this letter, my father knows everything. I ran off Kaylin, heard about a marriage, and now he wants to see me again. He wants to meet her. Will you agree to see them? More I think about, the more I want to give this a chance. I know my mother won't approve of her lifestyle choices. For her, we are wanted as thieves in Missalin as guardian of the Tree Gnome Village. My life, I'm a philanthropic thief now, on the run with a woman I love. I doesn't have to like it, but perhaps she'll see I'm finally happy. Maybe that will be enough. I support you whatever happens. It goes well. Thank you. Now, what does this do? Okay, just interesting. It just collects the thing. It would probably save me a lot of time if I just used the 6-age circuit. Oh, hey, it's you. I'm not at all surprised. Oh. What are you doing here? Just visiting. I opened the gate and some papers got blown through. Small letters. I'm trying to find them. Look around and see if I can see any. Oh, that would have been their names when, because this character is, this one I know is trans. List of names. How did you find that? I haven't seen it for, a long time. Oh, this brings back memories. I had a sign in Karis, but then it just wasn't me. That was far too singing. I quite like Anowin, though. There's a problem with Adgoff. I think it's pretty. That was Maldwin's suggestion. It means memory because he said I was his happiest memory. Hey, what does Angolf mean then? I just say it's more appropriate. This one I don't know what that would be. Rest in peace sounds, well, I guess it's over there then. You know, I don't know how I feel about the Drana Manor now. Like, the actual Drana Manor is fine, but like the outside part. Oh, that's right, the Halloween event. Again, and I went on our first date today. It was awful. After spending a month trying to get to take initiative for once in life, I guess you really can't teach an early mid-adulthood dog new tricks. I caved and suggested a midnight picnic, measured by Drana Manor. Sounds romantic, right? Grab some food before, nothing much, just some shark soup, half a dozen bacon mounds, and a 2-tier chocolate cake. What did I do over during the first date? When I arrived at the clearing, I found Ed shoulder deep in the marshes. Some kind of swamp beast. The slowly merged, bloody water-driven from his band of fur was entirely unappealing until he got himself on all fours and shook himself dry. The food, my freshly groomed fur, all soaked in stinky swamp water and marsh monsters' innards. Apologize a lot. Old habit, I guess. Suppose the guilt is why I insist on eating everything I'd cooked for him despite the questionable aftertaste. And that damn cake. That thing baking a chocolate cake. He's a werewolf. I'm a werewolf. It's toxic to us. Even just a bit of the cake. He ate the whole cake. And I said we'd go for a walk. It doesn't unlock, but it started raining really badly. There was thunder and lightning, and basically it was terrible. We had to take shelter in an abandoned shack. Starfire was pacing like a wolf on a mission, growling and refusing to look me in the eye. What was his problem? Was it me? Could see what I was thinking because he turned to me and only now to speak before quickly turning away. He's willing like a chumpa hoarding food for winter. Friends broke loose. The vomit hit the floor, wall, the floor, even the ceiling. She was in the mouth for over a minute. I was gonna die. When it was finally over, Ed whimpered and waddled over to me with his tail between his legs. In awkward silence, he said that he was sorry for ruining our first date. His nerves got the better of him. Well, it's fine. Oh, the date was absolutely horrendous, but not everyone can be as calm and suave under pressure as yours truly, right? That seemed to make him chuckle for some reason, and he kissed me. He kissed me, actually kissed me. Kept on out the taste of regurgitated cake left in my mouth, but besides, it was wonderful. And as far as first dates go, I've been on worse. The flies. Don't. Because for some reason, when I immediately, I immediately think, for some reason, the kitchen that's in his eel cult. I guess because that was a video I edited somewhat recently. Well, you know, it's in the queue. Yeah, well, now to be told, like, oh, do you remember this character? Yeah, okay, Zanuck. I don't know. Anyway, so, enjoy the city, you know what to do. See ya.